What's up, everybody? It is Daydreamz. Welcome back to the channel for a brand new Clash of Kings video. And today I've got something that I've been wanting to make for a few days now, ever since Angel got hit in 440, and someone got hit earlier today. Here, I believe it was Titus. And guys, this is really important, and it's gonna benefit most of you here. So, a lot of you guys have gotten zeroed before. Personally, I've never been zeroed, but I do a lot of things to prevent myself from getting zeroed. So let's go ahead and go over some of the ways that you can prevent yourself from getting zeroed. So obviously the number one way is to shield, but shielding isn't the only thing that you need to be doing, because here's the thing: if you're an 8-hour shielder, which most of you are, it's very easy to oversleep an 8-hour shield if your alarm doesn't go off, if your internet's out when you wake up, and then your shield's down. So one thing that I think is probably the best way to ensure that you'll never get shielded is, one, send an all siege march to the supermine. So then that means that the march and the supermine should be in there for longer than 8, 10, 12 hours, depending on how big your castle is and everything. You can have it up in there for up to over a day if it's all assault carts or siege towers and you're collecting like mithril or something. You have it in there for a long time. Okay, so you got one march in the supermine at night. Now, the next marches are very important. So, if you're really confident and you don't think that you're going to oversleep your 8-hour shield, you can go grab the resources. But wrong, you shouldn't do that, because no amount of resources is worth you getting zeroed. So, instead of going to gathering resources with your 2 or 3 extra marches, or 4, depending on how big your castle is, what you really should do, guys, is find castles in your hive that do not teleport. So, I don't want to go to Kill Switch or or Dennis. I don't want to go to these guys that teleport and attack a lot. I want to go to someone like Salations. I would go here because he's always shielded. He never teleports. Look at this farm setup, by the way. It is absolutely gorgeous, if I might say so myself, but I need to know which one's your depot. So, Salations, let me know which one's your depot, because I love the setup. He's even adding more farms in here, so he's up to 9 now. It's looking good, Or I could send to Jerry. Now, Jerry, he got zeroed once, so Jerry, this could benefit you as well, bro. I don't really teleport, Jerry, so you can send your troops to my castle. I'm always under a 24-hour shield. That's just how I've got enough gold to where I can keep myself 24 hours shielded at all times. But even I try to hide my hospital capacity places. So you could send 1 march to Supermine, then 2 marches to these people. Now, what you do want to do, in case you have resources, listen to this, it's very important. Leave whatever your hospital capacity is. So say you've got like 1 march hospital capacity, like 90,000. Leave 90,000 of your best troops in your castle, so that way you can't just be farmed, and if you are going to be farmed, that way when people reinforce you, they're not just by themselves. You'll, have some, they'll have some backup from you. So that's one way that you can avoid getting zeroed. Okay, now another way, if you don't, say you're in an alliance and you don't have people to, you don't have people to help you, that you can send your troops to reinforce overnight. You could send them, let's say, to the ruins. So, let's find a ruins. If I could find a ruins, then you could just go, to a ruins over here by your base, right behind your base. You could find ruins. Normally they don't take this long to find, but you can find them. They're not that hard. I'm going to go ahead and mark this level. Nah, it's not letting me mark it. I'll go ahead and enter it into the alliance here in a little bit. I'm just looking for a freaking ruins, so that way I can show you guys. Okay, I was going to make a joke, but you don't want to go to the ruins next to you. You want to go across the map, so you have to march 1.5 hours to 2 hours to get there. So it's 8 hours in the ruins, and then 1.5 hours to 2 hours to march there, 1.5 hours to 2 march back. So it's way longer than 8 hours. So if you might oversleep your shield that way, by the time you wake up, your march should be coming on its way back. Well, that's weird that I got a green line coming from there. Very strange, but I don't know why I can't find any ruins today, guys, but maybe I'll find someone to farm. So, go across the map, guys, because it'll take it will take an hour and a half. Like here, I'll just go to this and you can see how long it takes. So it takes an hour and 20 minutes with just guards. Now let's see what it would take. Make sure you add rams. So T6, T4, T2, T9 rams, or siege towers, or demolishers, or assault carts, whatever you want to call them. They're rams. You can see it's a 2-hour, 8-minute march. So you're looking at 12 hours there and back. So that's gonna, save you an additional 4 hours. So that way you're not gonna lose those troops, guys. So there's no reason to get zeroed. Now, here's the thing. So if you're a big castle and you have over hospital capacity, that gets a little bit more tricky. So if you're in a castle that is over hospital capacity, there's not a lot you can do, but there are some things you can do still. So I'm gonna do an example here. So let's say you have 1.5 million troops, and you've got your 5 marches of 120,000 each. So you've got right there 600,000 troops. That's under half of your troops, but you can 8-hour shield and stuff. But what you still want to do is at least hide those 5 marches, so that way when you get hit, if you have 200,000 hospital capacity, you've still got 800,000 troops, so you're not losing everything. So have your friends reinforce you while you're sleeping. Try to put up a shield if you can. If you don't have a shield, then the chances are, if you're not able to shield, that you're not gonna have that many troops anyway, because chances are you would have been zeroed by that point anyway. But that's why it's so important, guys. Don't waste your money. If you're only buying like $5, $10 packs a week, don't waste your money on this. Just get the monthly gift. You'll get 1,000 gold a day, and you'll keep yourself safe. That's the best way to do it, is to get the monthly gift, put a 24-hour shield on every day. Don't put a shield on while you're playing. Go ahead and hit your farms, do all that. And then once it's time to go to sleep, put your 24-hour shield on, and you should be safe. And then still hide your troops in case you miss it on the 24-hour shield, or if you make a mistake and put an 8-hour shield up, guys. There's no reason to get zeroed. There's absolutely no reason to get zeroed. So, if you don't want your farms to get zeroed during the kill event, there's a couple things you can do. You can do everything that I just mentioned. You can hide troops in a friend's bubble. You can put them across the map at the supermine, but that takes a lot of attention going back and forth to make sure that you're catching them coming back from the ruins and stuff. So these turrets are really, really good for that. The only reason they're not really that great for your main castles, especially like castles 19 and higher, because they build them too fast, is because they build them too fast. So you can send your farm troops to these turrets, and you can fill the turrets with your farm troops, and it'll take them a couple days to finish the turrets. So you can put them in there for a whole kill event and be absolutely fine. So that's the best way to hide them in the farms, I believe, is going to turrets. And then, of course, you can hide them in your friends' bubbles. As you can see, all these Aussie farms are bubbled most of the time, so I could just send them to those if I wanted to and hide them there or in the turret. So, guys, don't get zeroed. There's no reason to let the enemy zero you. I know mistakes happen, but you have to take preventive measures to make sure that you don't get zeroed. So, the big ones are just hiding all your marches at night. So, think of what you can gather. So, let's say you're gathering on 4 level 6 wood plots. So, you're getting about 1.5 million wood. But tell me this, your farms can gather that wood safely without risking your castle losing all of its troops. And then you just go hide those troops instead. Just go put them in friends' bubbles, and then have your friends, reinforce you. And there's no reason, there's no reason to get zeroed, guys. And there's definitely no reason to lose everything. There's absolutely no reason to lose everything. You might lose half your troops, a quarter of your troops, a third of your troops, a chunk of your troops, but don't lose everything. That's the worst thing that can happen to you. It's going to set you back, and it's just going to devastate you. Like, poor Angel of Chaos, she lost everything that she worked for over the last year. Sorry about that, guys. My farms were going off in the background, but basically, she lost everything that she worked for the last year just because she made one mistake. She thought she put a 24-hour shield on, but she put an 8-hour shield on. Thunder happened to be up watching, and he hit it. One super rally, guys. The super rally is just ruining the game, and we're going to have to do a Make Clash of Kings Great Again # campaign, and we're going off this time because I'm sick of the super rally. It's got to go. I'm sorry for everyone that spent all that money on, SVIP 10, but take away the super rally and give them like a piece of equipment or something. Give them something cool and flashy. That's what spending the big money should be for, is like equipment and extra buffs and cool stuff. It shouldn't be for just absolute godlike abilities. You can't give godlike abilities, but that's for another video, guys. I just wanted to make this video for keeping yourself safe. I don't want any of you guys to get zeroed. There's no reason to get zeroed. Please don't get zeroed, guys. There's no reason to get zeroed. And if you do go over capacity, you should at least have your marches, you should at least have your marches hidden. So I really, really hope that you guys don't get zeroed. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you have any other tips for not being zeroed. These are just the ones that I use personally. I'm sure there are some more out there, but these are just what I've used and what has worked for me, especially during the kill event and stuff. I'm not a very big castle here in this kingdom, but I've been fortunate enough to stay shielded. But, in 440, I wasn't always, a big spender. I was a very moderate spender. I had very limited gold, but I would just hide my troops. I'd send them to Bowsy's castle or, someone's castle that's spending a lot. So I'll just put an all siege. Actually, I can't really do that right now because I have to hit my farms a little bit. So I'm just going to send some cavalry to the super mines. That way I'm at least collecting while I'm waiting on my farms to get home. 370k, not bad. And it's fast. Like when I'm waiting, when I don't want to wait a long time, I'll just send cavalry to the super mine. It's way, way faster. So guys, don't get zeroed. Please don't get zeroed. It breaks my heart when I hear these stories of you guys getting zeroed, and when I see my friends that have worked so hard on their castles get zeroed, it eats me up inside, because all this could be prevented. Just send your marches out. Just send your marches out, so that way you at least, you'll at least have 7 or 8 million power. Even if you lose 500,000 troops, you will still have so much power. Just don't worry about gathering these petty resources. Use your farms. That's what farms are for. If you lose your troops on your farms, so what? It sets you back a few days. You build them back. You get back gathering. It's no big deal. But your main castle, you can't take these kind of risks on. So if you're not 24-hour shielding for sure, and if if you're not able to pay much attention, if you're like on vacation doing stuff, just send all 5 marches out to your friends. Send a march to the supermine with all siege, so it's going to be in there for well over a day. And then send the rest to your friends. Don't get zeroed, guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any other ways not to get zeroed that can help people. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I've got a sponsored video coming out later. I'm going to do a video in 440. It's kill event. We might go hitting some CUA. I did some rallies with ARY. I'm going to try to edit that up, see if I can't make a video out of that. And probably going to play something fun today. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I will be coming out with some videos later, and I am going to possibly live stream one of them. So thank you guys so much for watching the videos. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. If your phone ain't broke, you're not smashing. I'll see you guys next video. Peace. So today I've got something pretty cool for you guys. So I'm actually doing a sponsored video with
living in these moments where they never last. I'm just trying to see you before you see the crash. When I feel your touch, you know we living fast. I don't really